Hey y'all, Michael Manuel, realtor with Keller Williams, team leader of the Mississippi Home Team, and coming at you with another question of the week this week. This week's question is one we could probably get, we could answer every single week. It's a question we get all the time. Sometimes it feels like we get this question every single day, but I'll try not to spend too many videos, maybe just once a month I'll touch on this. But here's today's question is what's going on with today's real estate market? Maybe you've had that question. Maybe you've been wondering, you've seen a lot of things on the news. Some of them are true. Some of them may be less true than what's being portrayed. And so I wanted to give you some real numbers of what's happening right here in Central Mississippi, comparing December of 22 to the same time, December of 21 last year. All right, so let's look. I got three numbers I want to show you. Hey, before I do, real quickly, if you're not subscribed to our newsletter, message me, let me know, let me get you subscribed. We send out a market update every single month, along with a whole bunch of other really helpful content, lots of fun stuff as well, lots of giveaways. And so if you're not subscribed, shoot me a message. Let me sign you up. If you are subscribed, then you got this market update last Friday, and so you're actually ahead of the game. You already know a lot of this stuff, but I'm going to offer some explanation in this video. All right, so let's talk about what's happening in the local market. All right, three things I want you to see. First of all, you see that closed sales in the month of December were actually down 30% compared to this time last year. So closed sales are down. Let's talk about why. All right. You guys can probably already guess why. The number one reason I would say is the increase in interest rates we saw over the last 3 to 6 months last year in 2022, all right? Whenever interest rates went up, especially when they went up over 7%, a lot of people, maybe you got scared. You got nervous about buying with such a high interest rate. And so if you've been living with a 2% or 2.5 or 3% interest rate over the last couple of years, it was really scary to think about taking on a mortgage with such a high interest rate. So I think that scared a lot of buyers out of the market. Thankfully, we're seeing interest rates come down, and I'm going to talk about what that means here in just a moment. All right, but closed sales were down 30%. At the same time, all right, active listings, the number of active listings went way up. All right, right now, the number of active listings is up 48% compared to December of last year. Now, that sounds like a big jump, but you have to remember, December of last year, we had almost no homes on the market. I mean, the market was really dry, really bare December of last year. And so some of this, we've needed to see an increase in inventory. We need homes to sell. We haven't had any homes to sell, it seems like, for the last 2 years. And so it's nice to finally see some homes coming back on the market. It's something we've needed for a long time. Now, I want to just clarify, even though inventory is up 48%, we're still at less than 3 months available inventory on the market today, all right? And whenever we're at less than 3 months, we still consider it to be a seller's market. Last I checked, we were about 2.6, 2.7 months of inventory currently on the market. So we're still in a seller's market, which makes this last stat make sense. You see the average sales price, even though closed sales were way down, demand is down, inventory supply is up. You would anticipate, if those two things were true, that prices would go down. But look at this. Average sales price in December of 22 compared to December 21, still up, all right, 3%. Now, that's not quite a big of a jump. Last year we were seeing numbers in the teens, home prices jumping, 10, 11, 12% sometimes. This is a much healthier number. What we like to see is that number somewhere between 3 to 5%. That's a really healthy market, a really sustainable level of growth. But it just shows you, even with the active inventory jumping up so much and closed units going down, we're still in a seller's market. Now, let me just clarify, that's not true in all price points. Some of that depends a little bit on the price point. Some of that could depend on where you live, your neighborhood, different things like that. And so real estate is hyper local. It is extremely local. And so this is meant to give you a snapshot. You see the national numbers sometimes. I wanted to give you a snapshot of what's happening here in Central Mississippi. If you need really specific information, if you want to know what's happening in your zip code and your price point, shoot me a message on here. Text me 601-201-0038. Call me at the office, 601-977-9411. Would love to help you. Would love to come meet with you and sit down and show you exactly what's happening in your area. But hopefully this has been helpful. This is this week's question of the week.